I am in my secret garden. I decided to come here in search of spring because I was hoping that maybe daffodils will be out and blooming, because in some places they are already blooming in abundance. But because this is a wooded area and it has quite a lot of shade, I guess, that's why they're not blooming just yet. And there are very little signs of spring apart from a relatively warm February day. It's actually been raining and super windy for the past few days, and I haven't been going out at all. And today is finally the day when I decided to go out, take my watercolors with me, and finally paint outside. I missed it so much. The entire winter I haven't painted outside because the winter has been quite dreary this year, I must say. So today I'm gonna enjoy a mild day and finally paint something. In an ideal world, of course, it shouldn't be the rock bottom or burnout that leads you to your healthiest, most peaceful version of self. You know, as it happens, to me burnout was simply a part of same toxic cycle. It wasn't until I allowed myself not to burn out that I felt the effects of a choice. Not do or die type of situation, but all the colors in between. There is always a moment in life that makes us rethink our ways. I was scared of rock bottom, but maybe rock bottom is a place where we drop our old ways, repair the foundation, so to speak. The city where I spent a good decade of my life was a catalyst for this realization. Once the thoughts settled in my mind, I finally felt free to move on, repair that foundation that was hidden under a made-up facade. To me, it feels like a big city is always a passage of time. For many people, I believe that is the case, hence no room for deeper connection or any sort of permanence. All friends I made over the decade living in London have moved away. Every opportunity I encountered and took was a small, sometimes life-changing, sometimes soul-wrenching chapter. As much as I loved London, it is transient, ever-changing, not permanent. And I loved that busy, ever-flowing environment for a while. But at some point it became tiresome for my highly sensitive nature. I started craving silence more and more, and once I experienced that silence for the first time, I couldn't go back. Is life perfect now? Am I happy? Am I the best version of myself? Well, no, because remember, it's not about one or the other. But I am everything in between. Sometimes life is amazing, sometimes not. Sometimes I'm happy, sometimes I'm incredibly anxious and sad. Sometimes I am my best self, sometimes I am the worst. The point is, I am everything in between, and I am learning to accept every single part of being. As Confucius said, our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall.